Welcome to episode 21 of the Gilded Roleplay Sky King's Tomb. When last we left off, Jordan, what happened?
We fought a plant and bombs, and my internet was dumb.
Jordan's internet was dumb, so last session was very short because we were told that Jordan's internet would be restored within an hour. I think it was within an hour and a half of the starting of the stream. We're like, okay, that I guess we can just start without you, and then you show up when you show up. And by that time, you were then informed that it would be fixed within the next 2 hours after that. And we decided, fuck this. We'll play next time.
Well, and then didn't also you go to bed and it was on and you woke up and it was off?
No, I went to bed, and then in the middle of the night, sometime it came on for like an hour, and then it went off again. And then when I left for work the next morning, there was like a truck in the road outside my apartment complex, and they were actually like, doing something to it.
Okay.
Also,
So
I forgot
I'm
to check
assuming-
if people were in the right places, and they weren't. So now I need to swap Matt and Jordan.
Have I been committing identity theft this whole time?
No, just Matt and Jordan.
Identity theft is not a joke, you guys.
I don't know. It's pretty funny to me.
All right.
So how do you come back to life? Do you just I've been here the whole time.
I mean, Grom was contributing to that fight vicariously through me.
Yes.
Yeah, it was almost as if I wasn't acting of my own accord, like I was being piloted by somebody.
Uh, so, okay, so yeah, you finished this fight, and then we very, very quickly stopped. So you have not had a chance to actually explore this room. And for once, Krohan was like actually medium helpful. He got a few hits in, no crits, no critical misses. So that's a thing. And he's acting more
Bro, honey?
he's acting more vigilant. He's aware of all of you in a way that up to this point he's just been both eyes forward. I want to get this done. Screw you guys.
Maybe he cares about the cause.
Is this gonna be like that TV show trope where the character that doesn't have very many talking lines finally gets some talking lines and they die?
Oh God! Is he waiting to go home to see his wife?
Only option. No, the
No,
other
it's not the only
option-
option. It was just
He
something.
gets a couple of talking lines, and during the break, when you planned on him dying, the entire audience base has decided this is the most important person in the world. To which you then
Yeah, he's
go,
like that side character that has been in like 3 or 4 episodes and had a couple of lines. You're like, hey, and then they start getting more lines over a few weeks of episodes, and then they die. They get like backstory and like character development, and then nothing.
Okay, number one, I hate that is a trope. Number two, I hate that you think that I would resort to that. My games are not incredibly tropey when I can help it.
no, the set dressing is tropey. The plot lines aren't.
Thank you. And number three, lists have 3 items. I feel like I had a third thing and I lost it. So I always default to that.
3-part joke. It's a good one.
Oh, also, my birthday was on Sunday, so this is my birthday session, so all of the enemies have max HP.
Oh, fuck you. That's rough.
HP is not there's no dice expression for enemies.
Oh, there isn't?
No.
Oh, there isn't. No, there's a difficulty expression.
Yeah, there's no.
Oh yeah,
They-
where's
they
your
can-
party hat?
They
Oh,
can
yeah.
spend position to increase their attack rolls.
You do
There
not
is
want
this-
that. You very much do not want that.
Wait, just to be clear, specifically you of the 13 hit points don't want that.
I only have 6 right now. That's the
I
other thing.
know.
Archie
I
is.
gave you too much in my head.
I don't have the party hat. That's on a different computer.
Oh my god.
I don't have the party hat.
For shame.
Sorry. I have a lot of streaming assets, and none of them... Dear God. I have a folder called Clips, and in that folder are 12 folders named Batch 1 through 12, and in each of those folders is 13 clips from the stream. So confused.
Your filing system is brilliant.
My filing system is fucking god-awful for this one thing. Yeah, I don't know party hat. Sorry, everybody.
There you go. Got a party hat.
Thanks.
Um,
The fuck. So, you are in a workshop of sorts. It is largely destroyed. A bunch of things have just sort of fallen on the ground. The 3 copper spheres giving off light are still functioning, which is why you can see things in color.
is the are these the same sort of vibe of spheres that were on the ground around the plateau thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I have them like visibly flickering, but that's just so you know that that's where the light is coming from. Like they're
Oh,
it's
How big are
actually.
they?
What's that?
How big are they?
About a foot in diameter.
Okay. Well, I think first things first, I have to heal Archie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think.
I guess I have to.
Go ahead. Sorry, Jordan.
I was to say, I was going to ask for your hand waiver, but there's enough. He has little enough health that I could fuck up badly enough, and
Yeah, at least get him out of that range, and then we can.
Okay.
cool.
There you go. Cool beans. Okay, so now we can hand wave it.
Are we all healed? Does Krohan treat his own wounds? And
Sure. Krohan will treat the 2 hit points he's missing.
well, rather than let Grom fix it with
Yeah.
magic.
I mean, Grom.
I don't fix it with magic. I fix it with bandages.
Yeah, like he doesn't even have healing
We
mud.
all have no spell slots, right?
No, you.
No,
you
I
all
have plenty of
spell
spell
slots.
slots.
Yeah, no, you long rested.
We rested.
Fuck. Never mind.
I think.
Ignore me
Yeah,
not remembering how spells work for you.
You redid your daily preparations.
I'm not a prepared caster, so it doesn't have the same mental load and impact.
Sure.
We did save just for posterity. We do have one we do have one unexploded.
Yes.
boss on?
There's one clockwork spy that you prevented from being destroyed. It is merely broken.
How heavy is that? And what, like, is there like an item I could put in my sheet? Or I imagine very heavy.
There does not appear to be an item. I suppose I can make one.
If it's ridiculously heavy, I'd ask it get carried by somebody with
I can put it in the sack.
the carrying capacity to spare. Yeah.
I mean, worst case, I would say it's one bulk, but it's likely light.
I don't think I can carry light anymore, but I will. Oh no! I'm at five bulk, 2 light.
Okay.
Then yeah, begin to explore room.
I think Archie basically is going to want to go in and basically start poking around the tables, of like seeing if there's anything that's hasn't been broken, or like notes, trying to figure out what was going on, what they were trying to do in here.
Okay. So on the tables, there's largely just broken shit. So this appears to largely have been an alchemical laboratory, and the alchemist ivy seems to have grown its way into anything vaguely alchemical and drank it. So, and usually in a destructive manner. Hey, a beaker full of shit, let's smash it and suck it off the floor. That said, there is a notebook on the floor. On one of the shelves that one of the clockwork spies flew off of, rolled off of, and then took flight, are a number of gemstones that look like the one embedded in the center of a clockwork spy. And there is also a steel locker just sort of tucked next to one of the benches.
Yeah, I think if Archie comes across...
I caught none of that.
Go ahead, Matt.
I was going to say, if Archie comes across the notebook, yeah, he's definitely going to want to scoop that up and start, if it's legible, of actually going through it and seeing what's going on.
So it is largely a formula book. Many of the pages are absolutely destroyed. It appears that some of these alchemical liquids have seeped into the book, and there's an entire chunk of pages that have just melted together. And other pages are just like burned with some kind of acid that destroyed the ink. But there are some remaining formulas, and I've just dropped that formula book into your sheet. Nope, I lied. Wrong one.
Wait, who would you give it to?
Archie. But I gave him the wrong one.
Oh, gotcha. No, you gave it to the right person. Wrong.
Yeah. There we
go. Okay. Ooh.
We went after the gemstones.
Okay.
Just in case, on the off chance that this might be the one that we're looking for, because we are looking for a gemstone.
Sure. Reasonable. So none of these gemstones look right. They're all about pea-sized, and you're looking for something much larger than that. But I'm just going to slap those on your sheet anyway.
Okay. How secure are these copper spheres?
One of them is literally just sitting on a shelf. One of them is held in by some prongs, much like you would hold a gemstone into a ring in an urn that sits on the floor. It's about 2 feet off the floor. And then one of them is like completely wrapped in some metal armature on a swinging arm over a workbench.
How heavy are they?
I need to look up the density of copper.
Oh, is it like solid copper? It's not just like a
bulb?
I didn't say that. I need to know the density of copper.
Okay.
Okay. She's
Because
calculating.
in case you couldn't pick it up, I want one.
Well, in case you can't pick it up, that might dissuade you from having it.
This is true. I could put the bag over it, and it disappears.
How much? Because you don't have the greater sack of holding, sack of containing.
Nope, type 1.
It's type 1.
Can hold 25 bulk.
Oh, that's more than Baroom could even sneeze at. Good God.
The alchemist lab that's in it is a significant portion of its carrying capacity right now. It is almost half of what we have in here. So we're at almost 15 bulk right now.
So I did some math, and the answer I got was 15 kilograms.
Okay.
So that's like 3 or 4 bulk. I'll go with 3.
Oh.
Is that doable?
Yeah, there's room. I don't see why I wouldn't take it. There's still room. And you know, if it turns out that we need that room for something else later on, I could just take it out. But for now,
Yeah, it's like when you're a ship being chased by pirates, they just start throwing the food overboard. And they're like, "We'll starve if we can make it." You said there's a locker. Can I try and just open that and rifle through it?
Yeah, it's locked.
I have a skill for that. Thievery character sheet. Do I have to roll anything with thievery to try and unlock it, or?
Yeah, you will need to. It just says DC 20 thievery.
So then I just roll thievery.
Yeah. I gave you a button.
Grom gave me a
button.
I'm sorry, I was very confused right now. I just like.
This is what happens when I have people selected.
Jordan, why are you giving me thievery?
You're welcome.
I guess it's public, yeah.
Yeah. You're very aware of whether or not you unlock it or break your pick. You fail. But that's a regular fail. That armor check penalty fucked you.
I'm aware. Important mod, highlighting mod, whatever whatever important modifier.
Modifiers matter.
Modifiers matter. And that's a son of a bitch. I'm not taking off the best armor I've ever seen. That's mostly because I haven't seen much armor. I'm new to Pathfinder. So. Fuck. Can I just try again?
Yeah, so that's just a regular failure. So you don't break a pick. Like, the only consequence is breaking picks. So.
Oh, this is Skyrim rules. Oh, then just.
Just keep hitting it.
You.
That was close.
No! Okay.
Fuck.
It takes to get armor on and off.
You have a 45% chance of success and a 10% chance of critical failure. And I just want to know what happens first.
So here's the thing. I need to know how long it takes to get armor off, because Baroom this is the third time that like what am wearing the shadow armor.
Your sleeve gets in the way.
It's like you can't turn
no.
your arm one specific
Yes.
way because there's like a thing.
Exactly. Like this is the third time. How long does it take to get this armor off and then get it back on? What is
This armor is just like a little too big for you.
donning and doffing? What are those rules?
Donning 1 minute to don light armor, 5 minutes to don medium or heavy, and 1 minute to remove any armor.
Fuck, the armor is off.
Where did?
Oh, you bitch. Absolutely not.
Did you
No.
just delete it?
No, I stowed the armor. And by stowing the armor, I encumbered myself. And encumbered impacts thievery checks with a -1 fucking I'm like, oh great, all these new things. I'm now fucking clumsy 1, which wouldn't you know it?
So drop it.
I'm not dropping the armor.
Just put it in the stash for now, so it doesn't count
That's
towards
what
your.
I'm trying to do.
Or just put your backpack on the ground. Just put your backpack down.
Use it. And not lose it?
Yeah, you just change its status to dropped. And it stays in your inventory, but it's dropped.
Nope.
Or not.
So, open the backpack.
God.
Nope, I'm still encumbered, despite the fact that I've dropped my armor. That's so frustrating.
Here, I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm just gonna drag it to Grom's sheet for now. I'll drag it back when you're done.
No,
Incredible.
I'm gonna be.
Yay!
There.
All right,
I didn't even need to take it off. I didn't
Nope.
even need to take it off.
There you go. Ah!
I don't care how long that took for us as a party. Baroom just sits there cursing. You didn't even know that they knew those words. They don't know where they knew those words. There's just memories coming back of a traumatic childhood. And like, they're rediscovering curse words. What's in this chest? Please tell me it's nothing.
In the locker are a pair of potions.
Oh.
One a shimmering oil, and the other appearing more gaseous than liquid.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Is that a thing I can do? Oh, use. Cool. I don't know how you did it without.
If you expand it in the inventory,
Oh,
it gives you a use button.
Cool beans. Cool.
That's for I'm carrying Archie's rations too, so
Yeah.
I'm incrementing for Archie.
Yep. And then I assume you just make a tree for Baroom to eat.
Yeah, at some point.
Okay. So
Maybe when we're
Baroom,
not
you're-
inside.
Yeah, Baroom, you're taking the potions.
Yeah, I'm going to take them and wait for Archie to finish reading the book
Okay.
to sort of go, what's this?
They're just already identified.
What?
I don't even have a mystify button.
Is there anything to actually like for identifying potions, or is it just Pathfinder assumes we know what all potions are?
I don't know. Jordan, you want to add that to the list? Interestingly, one of these is a potion, and the other is an alchemical elixir.
Oh, oils or potions?
Apparently. It's got the magical tag, whereas the other one has the alchemical tag and the elixir tag.
Okay. Oil is a potion.
I mean, it's an oil. Oils and potions are different, but both magical.
Okay. Okay, makes sense.
Oils are magical gels, ointments, pastes, or salves that are typically applied to an object and are used up in the process. They have the oil trade. Applying an oil usually takes 2 hands, one to hold the jar containing the oil and another to extract the oil and apply it.
My brain went so quickly into the gutter when you said applying an oil takes 2 hands. I was like, wow, Pathfinder, aggressive. One to hold the container. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, Baroom would then, if I just sort of innately intuit oils are, oils and this elixir, like what their properties are, then I'm just like, cool shit. Shove it in the bag.
That oil of weightlessness would have worked great for your armor.
I kick the locker aggressively to show it who's boss.
Oh, God. Oh no, one of my Pixel's batteries died. And I didn't charge it. Oops. Guess I'll charge it now.
So wait, from what direction do we stop seeing in color because of the stolen copper orb? Which one are you stealing? The armature
This one.
or that one? Okay.
I didn't see the ping. Which one? Yeah. I was gonna say presumably the one that's not secured.
Yeah, I think this is the armature one.
That.
And then this is the
Yes.
one that has the, like, jewelry
Yeah.
tong things.
Yep.
We'll just take the one that's on a shelf.
Yeah. Speaking of the
Yeah.
armature one, this desk that Baroom's like on top of, is it like got a focus glass? Is it like a work station with like a crazy miner's viewing glass, or is this sort of just more of the same broken shit?
More of the same broken shit. This is clearly like an alchemist's lab, and like you can even see like right here, there's a rack for test tubes.
Broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice rack.
Thanks, I grew them myself.
But store bought is fine.
Yeah, I think Archie would also like to poke around the alchemist vine
Okay.
of just like, I don't think he's ever seen one before, of just like what was in this corner before it started growing out. Is there
Sure.
any reason why it's mainly here?
Sure.
Baroom did successfully. Well, I don't know if it was successful. You could have lied to me, but Baroom did gain knowledge about the vine during the combat. So I don't know if that impacts or poking around it.
Would you like to share that info?
I think I did during the fight. I was like, "Oh, it's a vine. Like it's an assassin vine or something." Like I would tell you.
Archie, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. You're not really sure why it was where it was. It's just a mess over here. It's a whole mess of dead vine and broken things, and I mean there's a fume hood here that would maybe provide egress. And it's kind of poking out of that fume hood. So maybe it grew into here, or I don't know. That's the best you got.
Yeah.
If I sound unsure,
Okay.
it's because I'm trying to give you a sense that you have no fucking clue.
Yeah. I feel like Archie's like pokes around. It's like, I don't know, it's plants. Yeah. I think if he doesn't see any or like nothing jumps out at him, then he's probably gonna go start looking at this door over in the corner.
Okay. It's a door. It has a knob.
And I think, like, after what happened last time, Archie's like making sure everyone else is done poking around before poking around further.
Okay. Everybody done?
Yeah, I think I'm done poking around.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Archie just crack the door open, see.
Okay.
Slowly open the door.
Sure. Just to give a bit of I acknowledge that the thing that I am probably the worst at as a DM is remembering to narrate what NPCs are doing, specifically NPC followers that are like persistently with the party. So the whole time that y'all are poking around like with purpose, Krohan is largely just like meandering about and just like idly kicking glass, just sort of like half-assedly looking through the refuse, but like not actually ever like bending down to look at shit, just nudging things around with his boot. And all throughout, he keeps eyeing Grom.
Bitch better not try anything.
I was gonna say maybe he like gets more lines, and this is the trope where he kills somebody and
Aren.
takes their spot.
All right, Archie, you peek through the door, and you see that on the other side of the door is a tunnel that is very clearly carved into the stone wall that this building is already carved into. But there's just sort of a makeshift tunnel in here that appears to connect this building to the building adjacent.
But we didn't go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Archie would tell Squire to go look around the corner.
Okay.
He's paranoid now.
Okay. So I'm gonna do the read aloud text now. And I'm not gonna do it again when the whole party goes in. It's just as you round the corner, Squire, you find a ruined room. The far wall caved in, the ceiling collapsed, and workbenches, crates, and tools all damaged or buried in stone. Sitting on top of the pile of stone, a humanoid figure sits huddled, hugging its knees. It appears inert, more sculpture than creature. The frame is humaniform and elegant, a fusion of wood and matte black chitin shaped into clean lines and curved plates. Where joints meet, faint runes pulse with a cold, breathless blue, casting slow drifting shadows across the surrounding walls. Thin ridges of hardened plating, grown, not forged, rim the shoulders and spine, their natural barbs filed smooth but still visibly organic. A soft glow emanates from its chest, which is obscured behind its knees as it's sitting huddled.
We found Pinocchio.
But like after the dolls, I don't know.
Yeah. Squire comes back. He like does like the thing where like loops up Archie to sit back on his shoulders.
Hmm.
And then it's like, yeah, there's something in the other room. I don't know if it's another construct or it's just sitting on the pile of rubble right now, and he looks over at Crowhan. It's like, do you want to be? I don't want to be in front.
Can Squire speak today, or is this
He can. He didn't.
Oh, okay. He could have told us.
Uh, Specifically, he has touch telepathy right now.
That's a bad that's a bad one. Okay.
So he just Squire basically just transferred all the information as he hopped back up on Archie.
So at your question, Crowhan just like pushes past you and walks into the tunnel, and confidently strides forward.
Baroom would be right behind, but Aren, would love to point out I like where the black and white cuts off. So there's just like Crowhan had a tan neck for us.
Oh wait, I want to see this. Hang on. Wait. Crowhan here. Oh wow. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, the where the color vision cuts off from our dark vision is just very like, it's a beautiful line. So I'm sorry. Baroom rushes behind Crowhan because this sounds like a bad idea.
Okay.
And is whispering like, maybe this is a bad idea, but like whispering.
Okay. Wow, I cannot believe the walls let you stand in that square.
I also can't believe that that's an option.
That does not look like a standable square, but the walls are generous here. So as you get to this room, and you all can take this figure in for yourselves, what do you do?
Baroom would, upon seeing the figure, would sort of take up a very non-threatening posture, as non-threatening as possible.
Okay.
It's a creature that's hugging its knees. That's defenseless. So Baroom would not be like gung ho.
Okay. So weapon sheathed and palms forward, kind of.
Weapon sheathed, shield still in hand. Because I don't know what the fuck's wrong with this thing. Sure. It might be
It might dunk on you, but you don't plan on stabbing it.
Yet.
Okay.
Whatever the bug was we found in the silos, that's like Baroom's trying to treat it with that level of like, maybe it just wants to be left alone in its nest.
The bug? It was a choker.
Okay, it was a choker. That's, I don't know.
It's just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
That is not a bug.
The cephalopody type thing in the...
Gross. Cephalopod means brain leg.
It's definitely got something going on with its legs. It could be brains. We don't know.
Those look like starfish appendages.
They do.
Oh, I had more squid tentacles, but I see the starfish. I see where you were going.
That has way too many teeth.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the teeth on its hands too. So like, I don't know.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's like a shark. Its skin is teeth. Its teeth are teeth.
Sure.
It's just all teeth.
Sure. Okay.
I think if Baroom is vaguely approaching this thing, I'm gonna keep off to the side. Kind of start looking around to see where there might be places to hide a gemstone in here.
Okay. So just like sort of sidling down the east wall?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you start to move into the room, the construct moves. First, a twitch in its fingers, then the slow lowering of its legs. It lifts its head with the grace of a waking mind, not a machine. As it sits up, you can see its chest more clearly. Set deep into the chest, where its rib cage should be, nestled within a cradle of woven metal, is a gleaming sapphire, roughly the size of a thumb, cut into a precise geometric shape resembling a multi-tiered pyramid, facets catching and twisting light. From 8 anchor points across the torso and upper abdomen arc lines of semi-coherent energy. These arcs aren't uniform. Some ripple like heat mirage, others pulse with what seems like slow thought. One crackles with low, static whispers in no particular language. They do not merely tether the gem, they reach for it, curve, and adjust minutely, like limbs expressing yearning. As the gem pulses, each arc pulses in reply, sometimes out of rhythm, sometimes too perfectly in sync. What do you do?
I want to look at Krohan.
He's doing a full Abu in the Cave of Wonder. Just like his eyes have turned to gemstones and he's slowly moving towards it.
Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
Let's say, is it obviously like that, like pommel gem in its chest?
It's pretty clear, yeah. The shape of the gem is really unique, and would very well fit the slot on the pommel.
I just wanted to make sure that yes, that is the.
It's not half of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. God.
Okay. What if I don't know if this is like a bardic thing, but just sort of general from like the tune of the items. Does it feel like it's like for like Baroom, like listening to like the music of this energy right now? Is it two discordant sounds or just one like THX opening before a movie? Wah.
I'm confused.
Sorry. Is the sound that's coming off of this, whether it is metaphysical or an actual audible whisper, is it discordant or is it sound like it's one object? Like, is this... I'm trying to, via sound, suss out whether this is a manifestation of the stone from just sound or whether or not it's like a thing touching the stone, two objects. I don't know if that's seeable or sort of understandable from here.
Let's do some recall knowledge.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Arcana or Crafting. Lore skills as applicable. I think Bardic's gonna be your only one.
I want to try Darkwind's lore.
No. Okay. There are two things working in concert here.
Okay.
And they are imperfectly doing so.
Okay.
It is typically harmonious and at times discordant, at which point the arcs sort of wobble until it can recalibrate.
Okay. So it sort of is oscillating from that, what you said, like freakishly in tune to... Okay. Okay.
Archie, what are you doing?
With basically, he's trying to figure out, is this fully like a mechanical construct, or is this a construct in the sense that it is just some form of machinery, or is this actually in some way, shape, a sentient creature?
Are
Okay.
constructs people in Pathfinder?
I'm sure that is a question of great debate, and the answer
Okay.
varies depending on where you are in the world.
In a sense, he's also trying to figure out if mental magic would work on this thing.
Sure. Go ahead and let's do some recall knowledge. So, Arcana or crafting, or if you have appropriate lore.
Engineering?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Okay. This is a very elaborate and well-built soulbound doll. There's a soul, a living soul, somewhere involved. And because you critically succeeded, you get to ask a follow-up question.
I guess just would mental magic work on...
Sure wouldn't. It benefits from all object immunities, which include bleed, death effects, disease, doomed, drained, fatigued, healing, mental, non-lethal attacks, paralyzed, poisoned, sickened, spirit, unconscious, vitality, void. I actually think I'm gonna get rid of spirit. That seems...
like the thing that should mess with it the most.
That feels like it should... Nope, I'm gonna leave spirit for reasons.
Okay.
Don't worry. Grom, are you gonna keep sidling?
Yeah, I'll go a little bit further and...
Okay. You make it another 10 feet. And Krohan...
I'm gonna have Fetch come with me if possible.
Sure. And Krohan has started to climb the rubble.
No.
At which point, from the gem, not through air but directly into your thoughts, you hear a voice. Calm, measured, and disoriented. Oh, you're real. That's new. Krohan practically falls on his ass, backing away. No, wait, don't go. Please, I think I'm trapped. This place, this shell, it's all wrong. I shouldn't be here. Something's broken. I need out. Can you help me?
At that, Baroom would kind of like search for... they're no good with help, like medical help, but yeah, Baroom would absolutely like surge forward and be like, yeah, did you just wake up?
I don't know. I think I've been here a while. I can't really tell what's real anymore. And as you get closer and it replies to you, you can see the vague impression of a face reflected in the facets of the gem.
Yeah, Baroom's just gonna go like, yeah, that happened to me too. If you need help, we'll help you. I know some good people. And would offer absolutely unquestioned, just like, yeah, sometimes you wake up and know you lived a life, but you're not sure what, and like reach out a hand to help it up. Does it has you said its fingers articulated, so it's got
Yeah.
like full digits, full
Yeah.
digits.
It is humaniform.
Okay. Well, that could mean like little mitten hands.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I suppose it could.
Pick it up by the hand and like try and help it up from its seated position.
And I'll go ahead and reveal the token for this thing, which is the art on it is very approximate, but it's got gem and lines.
It's like those guys. Did you ever have one of those figurines?
Oh, the armature or articulated like artist dolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is very much what the
Token artist.
Yeah. Huh. Well,
See?
yeah.
They didn't have fingers in the art.
Yep, no fingies. But this one has fingies.
Okay.
Yeah, wasn't the description also like chitinous too?
Yeah, it's wood and chitin.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Baroom would try and grab it by the arm and pick it up.
So it allows you to sort of haul it to its feet. And by allows, I mean like it does that.
It's not dead weight. I'm not like
it is
to pick up.
it is not dead weight. It reaches out a hand, puts a hand on the ground, plants its feet, uses you for leverage.
How tall?
Just over 6 feet.
The tallest thing I've ever seen. Besides the dragon.
I mean, you were living in the city for how long?
Yeah, but it's mostly dwarves.
It's mostly dwarves, sure, but
Yeah.
it's also a major city.
I'm a nerd. I spent most of it in the library.
That's fair. With Rhea, who is 3 feet tall.
Not over 6 feet. That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, so help glowy rock armature sit on
It as soon as it's standing, and its feet are placed above yours, it's just sort of looming over you and asks rather imperiously, "How will you help me?" What can you do to free me?
Oh. Baroom would at that just go, first thing we have to figure out who you are. That's step one into freeing anyone, is knowing yourself. That sounded way deeper than I meant. I just truly not trying to go there.
You can't be free until you know yourself.
Yes, I know. I heard.
So Krohan will have like sidled up and is just kind of staring at the gem from a variety of viewpoints, like looking to the side, like how hard is this thing going to be to pry out?
And meanwhile, Baroom has since like the head like having a mild face. Baroom is totally looking like in the eyes.
Staring
at your chest.
How
I'm
much
looking
face
you in the
does it have? It doesn't. Oh well, the gem has a face. I thought you were saying like the construct.
No. Like, yeah, Krohan's like looking at like the attachment points you said and everything else. Baroom is like, no, there's a face to it now.
In the gem.
Yes.
Okay. As you're like peering at this face in the gem, you get the sense that it's just screaming.
Oh, it has a mouth too. It's not just like some eyes.
Yeah, no, it's a face, and the face is screaming.
The mouth on the face isn't making the words that the construct is saying.
Correct.
It's not mouthing along. Okay, that is different.
Archie
yeah.
and Grom, what are you doing? There's been a lot of Baroom.
Sorry, I'm very sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I think I'm mostly just focusing on watching Krohan's reaction to this
Okay.
because I don't know what he's going to do, and I want to be able to react to that.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that you're scouting.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I need help with initiative.
Right.
Yeah. Archie was almost murdered by dolls in the other room.
Yep.
He has zero trust for this.
Yeah, this is the same thing. This is the same concept as those dolls, but on a much larger scale.
Yeah, I think he would, as everyone's talking and like looking at the gem, Archie's trying to figure out, does this thing have weak points, or what would be the best way to dismantle this?
Sure. So go ahead and give me recall knowledge. And you can absolutely use that engineering lore again. And this is going to use the second DC, because this is your second time recalling knowledge about this thing. That is one of the rolls of all time. You have such a good modifier. You get the sense that if you... The easiest way to break this thing is to shatter the gem. Not. Yeah.
That doesn't mean that gets us what we want, though.
Oh, yeah. Archie's like, oh, it's like, I can't break it.
That's the easiest way. The easiest way is the only way, clearly. I don't know.
The list of stuff this thing was immune to.
Yeah.
Everything.
Extensive. Very extensive.
Yes. Was stupefied and or slowed on that list?
They were not, but the effects that you use that apply stupefied or slowed may have traits that it is immune to. I'm just gonna slap this. Yeah, Archie.
That's what Archie knows, so it makes sense that he would slap it there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess the other question, Squire, euphoric breath. It's arcane poison. Since that's immune to poison, that wouldn't have an effect. Right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yup.
We don't have much for dolls, you guys.
I think I'm like white knuckling my spear right now
Okay.
because it's very tense in this room.
Like Archie's starting to look around at like less than one bulk sized rocks around the room.
I mean, there are so many. Baroom, it's just going to repeat while this face is screaming at you, quietly. The gem is going to repeat. The voice coming from the gem is going to repeat. How will you free me?
I gotta know who you are to extricate you. Usually that's how that works, right? To undo magic, you have to know what the magic is.
I think, based on what I know of its sensibilities, its reply is gonna be useless. And then it goes to reach for you and says, I'll just replace myself with you. And it goes to grab for you. We're gonna roll initiative.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I truly believe in helping, those who don't know who they are. I draw the line at taking over my body.
I was
Excuse me.
scouting. So I
Okay.
get a +1 circumstance bonus to this, right?
Correct. If I recall correctly, in case of a tie, enemies go first.
I think so. And it's your birthday, so.
It never. I'm gonna turn the music down just a little bit because I'm having a hard time hearing you. Which means stream is having a hard time hearing you because they hear exactly what I hear. All right, Grom, you're up first, and you actually aren't reacting to what Krohan was doing.
I'm gonna tell Fetch to keep it from grabbing a Baroom. Or, attempt to, or something.
Okay.
So, Fetch is going to run up to it. And we're gonna attempt a shove action.
Oh. Sorry, it's not your turn. We'll get back to you in a second, but I remembered there was another thing that I needed to roll initiative for.
Okay.
Sorry. And then it fucking crit. So.
Okay.
Rohan?
So
He did crit, yeah.
as this construct begins to reach for Baroom, the ground begins to shake. Just the entire fucking everything beneath you begins to quake. And as it does so, the pile of rubble that makes up the back wall of this room, or maybe the front wall of this room, depending on, your perspective, sort of fades to transparency, and simultaneously the wall that it used to be fades into view, also semi-transparent. And through this semi-transparent wall, you see the giant chasm. Sorry, you see out into the city, which is intact. And the massive chasm is now a fish pond. And you feel tremors. And I need everyone to make a reflex save.
Is this a trap?
It is not.
Oh.
Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do.
Oh shit. No, reflexes I'm not, that's not supposed to be secret.
Okay. Oh no!
That's why you crit!
Where's the button? I lost the button. There's the button.
Okay. And then Krohan.
This is all happening before Fetch is actually there.
Correct. So on a failure, you are knocked prone. So Krohan fell prone, Squire fell prone, Fetch fell prone.
Oh wait, there's nothing for critical failure?
No, critical failure is just a failure.
I figured. So I clicked Squire. It was supposed to be Archie. I figured if Squire's on Archie,
Sure.
he's probably
Reasonable. Reasonable. Okay. As you all, or several of you, fall on your asses, the fish pond that was a chasm, is a chasm, question mark, erupts. And a phantasmal gargantuan magma worm bursts from it. This is about 200 feet from you.
Okay. And from the city outside the thing is now suddenly all intact and there and is actively being destroyed now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's this wall here.
Yep. You can see through that wall.
Cool.
And this magma worm erupts and hits the ceiling, and as it does, the ceiling throughout the city starts crumbling and rocks fall. Hopefully not everyone dies, but I need everyone to make a reflex save. Critical success.
Rocks ain't got nothing on me. Fetch, you are rocks! Why are the rocks so dangerous?
Oof. Oh no, Crohan.
I don't like that number was a failure. Just gonna point it out there. I can't do much better than I did.
Yeah, it's true. Okay. Okay, so that is a basic reflex save, so that is a lot of bludgeoning damage saved for half.
Okay,
Is
how
Baroom-
the fuck are incorporeal rocks doing that much damage? They're not there.
They're not there, and yet... Yeah, it's a good thing no one critically failed.
Fetch did.
Oh, Fetch takes 40 damage.
Is Fetch dead?
Is Fetch dead? That's a good question. Fetch is dead.
Animal companions
that's-
get death saves. We did learn this.
Yeah. Squire is also dying.
Great. Incredible.
I didn't have to critically.
Okay.
Only a regular success, so it does take half damage.
Sorry, I didn't ask.
Dying.
Critical success, I take none.
You take none, yeah. That is true of basic saves. Wow, this thing is nasty. Okay, that's a thing that happened. As rocks fall on this construct, one just lands solidly on its head, and it barely notices, but one of the 8 tethers holding the gem to the construct winks out. Okay, now it's Grom's turn.
Okay, so I'm not gonna tell Fetch to do anything.
Reasonable.
Fetch can't hear me right now.
So cruel.
Fetch's ears, or what passed for ears, are ringing.
Fetch's bell has been rung.
Fetch is rocks. Why do they hurt him so much?
Yeah. I'm a little upset that the dice landed in such a way that a thing that I want to have been revealed has not been revealed, but... Anyway.
I think the best use of my turn with how much damage has just gone out, is going to be a second level reaction heal.
I thought you might say that. Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Is this one like the last one?
Very nice.
Everyone in 30 feet, except for that dude, gets the healing.
Nice.
So I can remove the dying condition from fetch.
And fetch is now instead wounded 1.
Wounded 1, yes.
And there's nowhere to put wounded on a familiar sheet, but I can just drag the status onto the Squire.
And that's my turn.
Incredible. And now it's the construct's turn. And it is going to attack Baroom.
Yeah.
Who is up to this point unscathed.
That's not a good thing.
No. Okay, that's a number. Oh, that's your AC. Fuck.
That is my AC.
Well, I'm glad I rolled that number and not a different number.
I was gonna say, yeah, that is a number. I didn't have my shield raised.
Yeah. So that's gonna be 8 bludgeoning. And it gets to grab. So it can grapple, athletic. Nope. I have to select it. Athletics. There we go. That gives me a modifier. Exactly beats your fortitude DC.
Yeah. I don't. That's frustrating.
So you are grabbed. And it is going to... Huh. I was really expecting to have to map. I guess it'll just map. It's just gonna try and, I guess just like backhand you. with chitinous knuckles. Hit.
Ew.
Your AC's lower because you're grabbed.
Yeah. That modifier didn't matter, but
No.
still.
11 bludgeoning.
Yeah. You couldn't have waited to 3-action heal.
Baroom! Oh, a weird thought. Like you have to make recovery checks at the start of your turn, but minions don't have turns.
Wait, what?
When you're dying, you make recovery checks at the beginning of your turn, but minions don't have turns. They act when commanded to act. So when do they make recovery checks? And also, when you get knocked down, your initiative changes to just before you knocked down. You got knocked down. So, but the minion doesn't have it. Put on the list. Baroom, it's your turn.
The list. No, because we sort of worked out what it's immune to. All right. They're gonna courageous anthem.
Okie doke.
And
Which is something I need to streamline.
yes. They're going to is it just another reflex save to try and get out of a grapple? I'm trying to target escapes.
Grabbed is a
Acrobatics or athletics instead of using
escape. Yeah, so attempt a check using your unarmed attack modifier against the DC of the effect. This is typically the athletics DC of a creature grabbing you, thievery DC of a creature who tied you up, blah blah blah, so on. You can attempt acrobatics or athletics instead of your attack modifier. But the action will still have the attack trait,
Okay.
which means it's subject to multiple attack penalty.
Yeah, it's the same. I don't get an armor check penalty to escape.
Great.
That's probably not going to help me get out.
Nope. If you target the creature,
I was reading about escape, not targeting.
yeah. But if you target the creature when you roll from escape, it should tell you automatically success or failure.
Okay.
But its athletics DC is higher than 13, so
Yeah. Okay.
that is a
And,
regular failure.
Courageous Anthem. Can I raise a shield while I'm immobilized?
Yeah.
Well, then that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay. Yeah, requirements. You are wielding a shield. Incidentally, just so you know, in order to continue grabbing a creature, you have to use the grab action every turn. So that is something that they need to do.
I did not realize that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. So on a success, on a grapple, the target is grabbed until the end of your next turn unless you move or your target escapes.
Okay.
If you critically succeed, they're restrained until the end of your next turn. Okay, Archie.
Okay, so first thing, Archie's gonna stand up.
Okay.
And then he's going to stride over into the corner. Over this way. And then the wall, like the illusion, I guess, recall knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's going on over there? I don't know if it'd be something like, can you just disbelieve the whole weird scene over there and not be affected?
Okay.
Kind of trying to figure out what's going on
Sure.
over there.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead and recall knowledge.
yeah, figure occultism.
Yes.
And I'll use a hero point with this. Is there a way to roll twice?
Keep higher, I think, is how it's written. Yeah, there's keep higher, normal, keep lower.
Oh, yeah. Right there.
Okay. So you quickly identify this as a haunt. This is a spectral effect created typically by death, particularly of a tragic nature. And if the beginning of this scene is any indication, you know why that happened. As with most haunts, you can suppress them temporarily using mechanically using occultism or religion. I think for the purposes of, it doesn't specify any particular action, but it is one action that has the attack trait, so it's subject to multiple attack penalty. But you would use occultism or religion against the haunt's DC, and that can suppress a haunt. It's not going to destroy it, it's not going to dispel it, it's not going to put any spirits to rest, but it will make it stop murdering you. Alternatively, as with other haunts, you can figure out why it's happening and do things that would protect you from it were it real.
Outright chuck a vial of holy water at somebody. Yeah, that is Archie's 3 actions.
Oh yeah, you stood up, right? Okay.
Yeah. Real quick, I will use the focus, the patron's puppet, and Squire will stand up and
Okay.
also move out of the group.
Okay. Okay. All right. It is Krohan's turn. He's gonna stand up, which provokes reactive strikes, but he didn't. No reactive strike came, and then he's gonna stride over here. Incidentally, the rubble is difficult terrain. I probably should have specified that, but like, and then he's gonna start swinging as only he knows best. He knows better than to actually hit the gemstone. Swinging a pick. Actually, he didn't have his pick drawn, so he can't move. He has to stand, draw, swing. So I'm going to close that and open it back up in case it stored the flanking from before I moved. Courageous Anthem makes it a hit.
Modifiers mean things.
Modifiers matter! Sadly, that is some piddling... Of course he rolled a 1. Damage! And it's time for the flashback to do its flashbacky things.
Could it not?
It could, but where would the fun be?
Right here.
At this table with you and me.
So it is going to create tremors. So I need everyone to make a reflex save.
Did we figure out flying familiars can just hover?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Yes.
The answer was it seems to depend.
Yeah. Krohan.
Fetch is already prone.
Fetch is already prone.
I'm not even gonna
Okay.
bother rolling.
Cool.
So they'll say, can Squire be hovering, or do
Yes,
they
Squire.
need to make it?
Squire can be hovering.
Okay.
So Archie falls prone. And that is it. Okay. So the phantasmal magma worm breathes fire in a wide arc across Gildred. And as it does so, it seems to be screaming. And if I recall correctly, you all speak Dwarvish, right? Dwarven? Right? Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah. And it appears to be screaming Dwarven words as it does so. And it screams, "Where, Targic, my friend, you beasts!" And I need everyone to make a fortitude save versus fire.
Oh no.
Oh, that's upsetting.
No.
Baroom.
No, stop. You guys can't move it. I have to click the button. Grow. No. Crowhan's hit points right now. He's fine. I just normal. Yeah.
Fetch has 1 fucking hit point left.
Fetch has 1 hit point left.
Squire has 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
Baroom. Okay. Baroom hero pointed. I was like, that critical failure is gonna hurt.
No, it's not. Because I critical failure to just failure.
Yep. Okay. And another of the 8 tethers winks out. Grom!
Fuck.
Good answer.
Baroom's gonna fucking die here. I don't. Not Baroom. Well, Baroom probably, but Fetch
I mean,
and
Baroom
Squire and.
Is also at single-digit hit points. Wait, how is Crowhan at... Oh my god. Crowhan's bloodied?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Incorporeal rocks
massive
hurt.
AoE damage to everybody in the room.
No, I know, but he's got a shit ton of health. I was like, he'll be fine.
He also critically failed.
He did. That was a thing that he did.
So I'm gonna come over this way, and that's difficult terrain the whole way.
Yeah.
But I have 20 feet of movement, so I assume that's fine.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell Fetch to go back in the other room. It was nicer in there.
Run away! Cat.
So he's gonna get up from prone. And then, yeah, run the fuck away.
I was so ready for you to say you make Fetch crawl away so he doesn't have to get up from prone.
No,
crawling
he
is
doesn't get very
terrible.
far.
You go 5 feet per action.
Crawling is like squeezing. The rules are different.
Yep.
We'll keep Fetch a little bit closer than that.
There's a nimble crawl, which is a level 2 skill feat that requires expert in acrobatics that allows you to crawl up to half your speed. And if you're a master in acrobatics, you can crawl at full speed. And if you're legendary, you aren't off guard while prone.
Yeah, then I guess I stab him.
Alrighty.
With your clan dagger?
No.
With Targic's clan dagger.
With the spear that I've been white knuckling this whole fucking time. Fuck that.
Hey!
Guys,
Modifiers matter.
I really like this.
Okay.
Because if we're gonna beat this thing, we have to actually do some damage to it.
Right.
Grom hits it. Does a thing blink out, or only when the world tries to kill us? Does a thing
A
blink?
thing does not blink out.
I think there's like a threshold for it, because Crowhan also hit it last time. And the thing didn't wink out until it got hit by fire. But that's just, you know...
It was a magic rock the first time. The second time was fire.
So it's the thing's turn. And it's going to just pull on your soul towards the gem. And apparently this is a fortitude save. Will save makes a lot more sense to me, but... Success! It is a basic fortitude save. So... You're still gonna take half of 19 spirit damage.
I go unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh, but...
And with its third action, because that is 2 actions to do that, with its third action, it is going to grapple. I don't know how that works if they're unconscious.
I don't think I'm unconscious yet, because I think...
You're dying, aren't you?
I don't have the dying condition yet. I wonder if it's at the end of the turn?
No, you're supposed to have dying.
Nope.
I had to manually apply it to fetch.
I refreshed my page just in case it was me acting up, but... Yeah, I'm dying. So...
I'm finding that rules as written, there's no modification to grapple for unconscious creatures, and that's stupid. You will continue to be grappled.
Okay.
You're fucking unconscious. Baroom, recovery check.
Yeah, hold on, because it's There it is. Which one's the dying symbol?
They're alphabetical. It's, I think, the second row.
But also you can do it from your character sheet, just below your hit points.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to apply the effects. Okay.
Sure.
Do I have to have a recovery check for dying?
So let me go back and then start your turn over. Just so we can see all of your conditions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Recovery checks start at your turn, right?
It doesn't prompt me to roll a recovery check. That's kind of where I'm like...
Yeah, at the start of each of your turns. I could have sworn that was working before.
There's a die on your character sheet next to the dying condition. There's a little symbol for a d20.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Oh no.
Ow. No, wait, no.
You're now dying 3.
I tried to...
I lied. It's not actually your turn yet. Because you're supposed to move to right before the creature that knocked you unconscious.
Right.
But we'll remember that roll. You don't get out of this that easily. But things can happen in the meantime.
We're holding on to that critical failure, but I might not die.
But you might not ever get to the point where you use it.
So Archie is going to cast a second rank Soothe on Baroom.
There we go.
Come on. Good stuff.
Ah!
13.
Yay.
Perfectly average.
How long
Just
you're
under.
blinded? You're just, like, hanging limp in this thing's hands.
And then... Yeah, I guess Archie will combat the haunt
Okay.
with occultism?
Sure. Here, let me give you a thing to roll against.
And this is public, like a normal attack and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use my other focus point to tell Squire to get out of here.
Okay.
That's my 3 and 3 action.
Okay.
We're critting too much this episode.
Oh, Krohan. Oh, God. I just realized Krohan critically failed a saving throw. Which gives him the ability to cast his spells.
Ooh.
He's a masochist, but magically so.
And he is going to cast Fear. He just channels the rage of the ancients in the direction of this construct. And let's get a will save. Failure. So it is frightened 2. And then he's going to attack it, because he's got a third action.
Is it?
Oh no. It allowed me to apply it, so yes.
Interesting.
It's an emotion.
Fear has the mental
have-
trait.
Yeah, so I looked into that. Construct creatures don't have immunity to mental, because if you look at object immunities, it says that...
Conscious thinking items not immune to mental effects?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so Krohan is
Cool.
going to attack it. It is flanked and frightened, and maybe he can get a crit. Maybe. Krohan.
He hits.
All of the modifiers that collectively made it a hit are green. But, like...
They're a different shade of green because no one of them has any more bearing than the others.
Sure.
They contributed. Just take our word for it.
It wouldn't have hit if it wasn't for these modifiers. And it's another one. What are you doing, Krohan?
It's frightened. What more do you want? It's got a -2 to, like, everything. Literally everything.
I want our coin flip Krohan back.
Oh fuck! It's time for a vernal flashback.
No.
I need to stop closing character sheets. Just minimize them, Jim. Okay. So it's gonna tremor. Everyone reflex.
I'm already prone. Do I need to?
No.
Oh wait, I'm already prone.
Yeah.
I was busy dying. I forgot. Is it immune to the prone condition? I am asking Aren, looking at this fucking...
What type
It's
of
not a
dwarf
fail.
am I?
No, it succeeded on the saving throw. It's not just immune to the effect, it succeeded.
Gotcha.
I
With-
am a rock dwarf. Okay.
You are a stone dwarf. Does that do anything for this?
Well, I have, through my druidic order, I have the steadying stone feat.
Yeah.
I have a +2 circumstance bonus against saving throws against spells or effects that would attempt to knock me prone.
And it
If I'm a
increases
rock
to
dwarf,
+3.
this increases to +3.
Okay, so you've had a +3 circumstance this whole time.
Yeah.
I think you've succeeded every time thus far.
I have.
Okay.
You haven't yet crit succeeded though. I don't know if that would have made the difference or not.
No, the effect that prones is
It's
just...
the next. It's the next effect that does damage. Sorry.
I guess I just need to add the +3 because the +2 is. Yeah. And that's the one I fail. The one that has the higher modifier is the one I fail.
Wait, you've had a +5 and you've been succeeding?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
First one he rolled a 19. He's like, guys, it's that's a
I can't
barely
do much better. Like,
So this does still affect fetch. It does not affect Squire, because Squire's in the air.
Oh, right. And Fetch is not prone this time. Yep.
He is now.
That makes sense.
Yep. Okay. And then the Phantasmal Magma Worm starts just swinging its bulk into nearby walls, and rocks fall. Reflex saves.
Does Squire need to make this save?
Yes!
Okay. He did not go far enough.
I'm not convinced there is a far enough.
Kind of same, but I mean,
I'm gonna die again, guys.
same.
Rohan successed. That's cool.
Cool, Fetch is out.
Oof.
Fetch is dead again.
Doesn't Fetch have 1 hit point?
Yep.
So needed to crit succeed to not take damage.
It was on the table. It was possible.
Sure. Much more reasonable amount of damage.
Archie's down.
Oh no.
Exactly.
Rohan succeeded, so half.
Baroom's down.
Succeeded, so half.
Starts at dying 2.
So
Wow.
now I go to initiative 30.
33? Yeah.
I think
What?
Archie...
One of these days you'll get a turn.
So here's the thing. I think technically what this has meant is that, and I'm assuming this is incorrect, because the start of my turn has yet to occur, Courageous Anthem should still be in effect. Because I've just died and been bounced up the initiative order. It shouldn't be. That doesn't. It has the auditory trait.
It does say expired.
It does?
Yeah.
It said that before you changed my initiative last time.
Just gonna go ahead and get rid of that.
That's very fair.
Grom.
There's no way we get past anything with this that AoEing us every fucking turn.
There's some way to... Gotta be some way to fix the haunt, yeah.
Yeah, Archie was trying to suppress it, but rolled so bad.
I am going to stand up.
Okay.
Okay, give me the thing. Button. Who's got the button? I am going to attempt to suppress the haunt using religion.
Okay.
Now that I've used up all of my good rolls for the night to save on reflex saves against prone.
I am finding that disabling a hazard, which is largely what suppressing a haunt falls into, does not have the attack trait.
Okay.
Okay, even better. Let me just roll. You got a button.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Cool.
All right. So you whisper some prayers to who's your fucking Trud, and speak calming words to the spirits of this haunt, and it fades from view slightly. You've made progress.
I don't know. I have a thought, and I don't know if it's actually going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So that we can eliminate maybe one of the threats. I'm going to pull target's clan dagger out.
Okay.
And extend it towards Krohan.
Okay.
And tell him to get the gem back in the pommel. Essentially, like, just stab the base of it into the chest to make the two things back together again.
The gem is like embedded in the chest of this thing.
I imagined it like floating there, kind of.
No, it's in like this woven metalwork lattice.
Well, never mind. I won't. I'll just. Can the haunt be further suppressed?
Yeah.
Then I'll do that.
Okay. Success. It is thoroughly fading. You still hear the worm roaring in the distance, but it's getting hard to see it through the rubble wall that is starting to block your view.
That's it. That's my 3 actions.
Okay. Golem's turn. Nope, can't justify it. Trying to do y'all a favor and change targets, but can't justify it. It's gonna try and suck Baroom's soul out. Let's give me a fortitude save. Success. Basically, you were looking for not a critical failure, because a critical failure is 2 levels of dying.
So, do I take the damage at all, or do I just die?
You go to dying 3. And then it will use its 3rd action to grapple you. Archie. Oh wait, Archie also needs to be initiative 33. Okay. Which means it's Krohan's turn. Oh, it's frightened. Wait, why didn't its frightened value go down? Should have gone down because it ended its turn.
Kill it?
Krohan is going to cast a 2nd rank Soothe on Baroom.
Thank God.
That's some hit points.
Yeah, I was looking at 2nd rank Soothe as actually not bad.
Yeah. And then 3rd action attack. It's flanked. It's frightened. Get it, Krohan. No. It's a hit.
Almost get it, Krohan.
Damage. It has now lost 4 of its 8 tethers. Baroom, you're conscious. You get a turn.
I'm alive.
You
Yeah.
didn't take Soothe, did you?
No, of course not. I'm not a healer.
Every time I open your sheet, I'm like, why did you prepare Force Barrage at 2nd rank? It doesn't upcast. It's heightened +2. And then I remember how...
Bards work.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna just help everybody else out while I can.
Okay.
And try and, So, I'm going to cast Fear. If I fail, it says the target's unaffected. That wouldn't remove the current fear, but if I succeed to a certain level, then it will increase their frightened level again.
Say it again?
If I'm reading fear correctly, hold on. So, if the doll thing were to fail, its fear level would go back up to frightened 2?
Correct.
Okay, so there's no harm, no foul. So yeah, Baroom's gonna cast fear on the doll creeper thing.
Okay.
He's trying to kill them.
And it's already frightened, which means it has a -1 penalty to its will save. That's a fail. So it's frightened 2
Yay.
again.
It's a frightened 2. And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Alright, Archie. Recovery check. Unfortunately, you have no hero points with which to stand the fuck up.
A fail.
Okay. It's time for flashbacks. Oh boy.
Suppressed trauma, though.
Maybe.
No,
We don't know if it's an all or nothing thing. Maybe we still get the full effect because we didn't fully suppress the haunt. I don't know.
Everyone knows suppressed trauma is less damaging.
So I'm not.
Oh no, that's repressed.
Yeah. It's not built into the stat block, and I'm not gonna go in and like actually edit things real quick. But the DCs are lower, so you might see a failure, and I'll tell you you succeed.
Okay.
So that's the current effect. So tremor. Let's get reflex saves versus prone. So that is a success, but you're already prone, so who gives a shit?
Rather than type out a new modifier, I'm just gonna let Courageous Anthems +1 affect this.
Okay. That is a success.
Okay.
Krohan regular fails, but it doesn't matter. He's still prone.
No, he rolled a 1.
Oh. Then yeah, he critically fails. Get fucked, Krohan. Ugh.
Of course you would point that out about Krohan. You've had
Yeah, I
it
gotta
the
bully
whole
him back into
time.
critting, okay? He had a week off.
Um.
And he lost his edge.
Oh. When he casts a spell, he needs to make a flat check versus losing his spirits drawn to suffering, which he does. He does lose that, but he regains.
Oh, success is a failure?
Yeah, success is a fit. What? Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I had both tokens selected. So Krohan heals a little bit as his occult catharsis takes place. But he can no longer cast spells.
Okay.
So is that it for prone? Yeah. What did we do last turn? Rocks fall?
Rocks fall.
Alright, time for heat. Breathing fire.
Archie also doing this?
Yes. Baroom and Grom, those are successes. Archie, that is a regular failure. I didn't roll for center.
Oh, Squire.
That's
Squire.
also a regular failure. Critical success. Alright, so damage. Big damage. So Baroom and Grom half. Krohan did actually fail. Oh, Fetch critically succeeded.
Oh, cool.
So I just take 1 level of dying,
Correct.
and
Fetch doesn't
then
get any additional levels of dying because no damage.
Squire does get an additional level of dying.
I did not see. Does it auto apply dying when you roll the recovery?
It does not.
No.
Okay. So I'm at 3 levels of dying.
Yep.
Grom, it's your turn.
Grom, help.
I just realized we've been on the non-combat scene this entire fucking time.
We've been
Oops.
describing it real well.
It's fine.
I would like to attempt to suppress the haunt.
Okay.
Can I get the religion button, please?
Yep.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
So you just keep throwing thoughts and prayers, and the world just sort of snaps back to reality as the haunt is fully suppressed.
Well. And then seeing that Archie is like coughing up blood,
Yep.
we're gonna use this fancy new spell that I picked up.
Neat. Not a 2-action first rank heal.
No, not a 2-action first rank heal. There's lots of other people who are also unconscious.
Sure. So you're saving the heal for a 3-action after no one else is gonna go down?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's basically it.
great. Okay. So Archie loses dying.
At some point, I should probably roll a recovery check for Fetch too.
Yeah, probably.
No.
Cool.
No.
Now Fetch is dying 3.
Great.
It's okay. There's a reason I had Fetch stay where they did.
And,
Nice.
and I take wounded 3 since I'm dying 3.
No, you just got a wounded 1.
Oh, okay.
Or one more. I don't remember who's
Yeah.
fallen before.
Yeah, this is the first time Archie went down. So, just 1 level of wounded. Golem's turn. I mean, it's just gonna it's gonna keep trying to suck Baroom's soul out. Like it was kind of working. Fortitude save.
No.
Fail. 15 spirit damage. And third action, it actually needs to grapple. Like it actually has to make the check. And if it fails, then you are no longer grabbed at the end of this turn.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm very grabbed.
You are actually
You're
not grabbed,
restrained.
you're restrained.
You What's that one? That's the chains. That's the fiery chains.
Yeah, so restrained is you can't escape. Like, that's the difference.
Okay.
Krohan! Fuck. So he can't cast magic anymore. He doesn't have any... I just realized... What? Why does Krohan have that?
Because he stole it?
Now I need to know where that was.
Did you pick something up off the floor and give it to Krohan by accident?
He got a thing earlier, and I'm not entirely sure why he got it. But when the choker was just like throwing its treasures out, one of them ended up on Krohan's sheet. Sure. Anyway, Krohan, what are you? Attack. We're gonna do attack. Oh, he's gonna stand up. And then I'll attack. Krohan.
Bud.
It's down to 3 tethers. Do I map or do I right hand man? What are the odds Grom's actually gonna attack?
That's less butts damage, at least.
He's gonna attack. He wants the glory.
He wants that gemstone.
I saw. Oh, that's hilarious. I saw a 16 on the die, but it knocked into the other die, which landed on a 15.
I mean, that's just Krohan coming through the computer screen and fixing that for you.
It loses another tether.
Has the gemstone looked like it's weakening at all, like in its attachment points, or is it truly a mechanical bond as well?
I mean, I assume the attacks aren't getting near the gemstone so as not to break it.
Yeah, that's valid. Even though Archie's advice was to try.
Yeah.
Oh no, Archie was like the easiest way.
Oh, right, sorry. Easy.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be fighting whatever this thing is and 2 dwarves, go ahead and try and break the gem.
Baroom, it's your turn.
I know. Okay, restrained doesn't stop me from doing this, so makes sense. Courage Stance. Everybody has it if you didn't already, and does that? It does not. I'm gonna cast Bane on the thing. Just try and make it worse, because I think
Okay.
fear is yeah, the fear's not a status penalty. So there you go.
Oh yeah, frightened is just frightened. Wait, what is the... Nope, frightened is a status penalty.
Oh, never mind. Then I would not have cast.
Yeah.
Bane. Sorry. I misunderstood that.
Yo.
Cool.
Take your spell slot back.
Yeah, I took it back.
Okay. It did lose a level of frightened. It is back to
Yeah.
frightened one.
Can I try to charitably urge the thing to put me down? It's compelled to give away its possessions. Do I count?
You can certainly try. I will point out that Charitable Urge has the incapacitation trait. So if this thing is level 4 or higher. Or no. Incapacitation is more than twice the spell's rank. So if this thing is level 5 or higher, it will get an additional level of success. So you make the determination of whether or not you think this thing is level 5 or higher.
It's less the determination of that. I mean, I guess. No, you know what? Because that has the stunned effect, which is also what I was going for. We're just going to try and daze it instead. Just do that. Simpler.
Okay. Will save.
Well, that's bullshit.
Well, now you know it's will modifier.
It's a basic save, right? So he takes one. No,
critical success is
doesn't make
yeah.
a fucking difference.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Well, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Archie.
Do I need to make a recovery check for Squire? Or
Yes.
okay. Curious if I. Oh no! If I deselect Archie, I can't use. I was just gonna roll it off Archie's sheet because
Sure.
Squire's saves are the same.
Sure. I mean,
I'm
it's
not
a flat
dying, so I can't.
check anyway. So,
Okay.
are you not able to open Squire's sheet?
Oh no, he does have a. Oh my god.
If you just go to the Actors tab, you can click on Squire.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh dear.
He goes,
Squire?
wounded. They don't have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm at 0 hit points still.
Ah. Right. You just stayed.
I'm just stable.
Cool. Grom. So you should still have unconscious. You don't. There we go.
When I took off dying, it must have just cleared
Yeah.
the whole.
It would have. Yep. Grom.
Okay, well, we're gonna get some mileage out of that spell, so we're gonna stabilize fetch.
Okay.
So I just need to get rid of all of that.
This is a very yo-yo fight.
It is.
But it's a good
Unconscious.
thing you identified the haunt as more deleterious and easier to deal with.
And for my next trick, stab.
Stab.
Huh.
Ha! Yeah.
I swear to God, if you roll ones,
You had to say something.
You said it out loud.
Jordan.
It didn't fucking matter.
Oh God. Okay. Well, it is down to end singular tether. It's gonna switch tactics. seeing that you're still conscious, it's going to just bat you in the face.
I was ready for you to say it was trying to use me as the weapon.
So that'll hit, and I think it's going to do enough to knock you unconscious.
Uh-huh.
So you're dying 3 now?
And their initiative moves.
Yeah.
I'm 20.
You're 20 again. And then it is going to rend your soul. And you need to make a fortitude save. And you need to critically succeed to not die.
Yep.
So it pulls on your soul rather violently, and it rips it out. And your soul enters the gem, and the world goes dark. You have this brief moment of cognizance as you are a free moving soul, and then the world goes dark.
You must know yourself really well.
And the rest of you see spiritual energy flowing into the gem, and then this construct just leans its head back, and energy floats up and dissipates. And the construct falls limp.
Fuck.
So we're gonna go to break. We'll be back in a little bit, and y'all can ponder over what the fuck. any
I'm dead, so you know.
Sure.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Cool.
My magic can't fix that right now.
All right.
What happened to this spell's gonna come in handy.
Well, you died. Wait, do I have that asset at least? Damn it, I don't have that asset? Motherfuck. Wrong computer. Wait, is it in Dark Souls? Ah. Hey. There we go.
There it is.
You died. Yeah, so we'll be back in a bit. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna get some food, drink, bathroom break, and we'll deal with the ramifications of Baroom's death in just a moment. Stay tuned. Bye. Welcome back. Oh yeah, Aren's still dead. I've got you died. I'm just gonna move that a little bit. Aren, do you want to just change your name to like Dot so that it's not like X's under the you died?
Yes.
Just you dot died. Perfect. You dot died.
The only website to get to the Gilded Trolls Discord.
Now I want to know what happens if I go to you.died. It Googles it, because .died is not a valid TLD. Anyway. Hi, welcome. So we're technically still in initiative. Here, I'm just going to skip to round 5, which is where we would have been. Nope, that's not. Round 5. Alright, I'm just going to delete all these. Okay, Krohan's turn. I don't think Krohan... He's just gonna... He's gonna start prying the gem out of this thing.
What's prying?
Disarm, grapple, or steal action. Well, he's bad at thievery. So, disarm and grapple are both athletics. Oh, but one's against reflex DC. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so make sure I've got Krohan selected. Target the thing. Athletics. He does a success. Yeah, so he starts working that out. Archie, you're unconscious, and okay, Squire dies. We can leave in initiative order now.
Yep.
Cool, great, thanks. So Krohan's getting to work prying this gem out. Grom, you're the only one conscious.
My first thought would be to attempt to stabilize Baroom.
Okay.
And then seeing no reaction, because I assume there was like an actual reaction from Archie and Fetch. It showed that they got, better.
Yep.
I would move up to Baroom to further assess the situation.
Okay.
I don't know, medicine, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, so
They're dead, Grom.
Good job. You are thoroughly capable of determining that Baroom is very dead. As Krohan is like trying to pry the gem out of the chest of this construct, which by the way there's still one tether, the construct suddenly gasps, except it doesn't breathe in any way, and it suddenly sits up. Aren, if you could come back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just a lot of yelling. I'm assuming Zoom cut some of that out, please, dear God.
A lot of it, yeah. So the construct begins yelling in Baroom's voice. And the gem on the chest shows Baroom's face.
Do I have control of the limbs?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Then pointing at my dead body, screaming further. Also, if Krohan still has his hands inside of me,
He would have backed off
much-
when you started moving
Okay.
again.
okay, I push him the fuck away. Yeah, they're gonna scramble away from everything and sort of like just like scramble back into the corner.
Okay.
Fall down the back of the
You
rock pile.
you should be able to move your token.
I don't know. Oh, I can. Okay. I was just clicking the arrow keys. It didn't
Well,
work.
that's dumb and bad.
You know what it was? I was fucking selecting my token.
That would do it.
Yeah, it would.
I want to address.
Am I looking through the crystal, or do I have like? Am I 6 feet? Are my eyes 6 feet up?
That's a good fucking question. Because this,
I mean,
this
either
is
way,
just
it's a different perspective for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shut up!
It's either 4 or 6 feet off the ground, which is still up. I would say it's at face level, even though this is just smooth, faceless construct.
Oh no. Okay. Everything's wrong. And I think Baroom says that, oh no, everything's wrong.
I think that's what she said.
It's terrible. Yeah. So they're scrambling. They're not gonna be in a mental state to be saying anything besides "What the fuck?"
I want to address Baroom's new form.
Mm-hmm.
And say that we'll figure this out. But first, I need to assist the others. And I'm gonna move over and start treating Archie's wounds.
Okay. Okay. No 3-action heal?
No,
Okay.
not if. I mean, we're out of combat. We have
Yeah,
time, maybe. So
sure. Okay. Krohan just like climbs to the top of the rubble and then just sits and just like not looking at Baroom, just staring at his feet. But clearly like in your direction.
Clearly, it should have been me. If I could like save myself by becoming one with this object. Sorry, it happened to me. Do I have a sense? Like, is there a sense of self? Is the only one channel of magic is still going? Do I feel fucking bloodied?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should be able to see your hit points.
Oh shit! I didn't even. Ah!
It's a weird looking stat block.
Yeah, I didn't even know where to look, so I opened it. No, I say to Grom, no, also me. Also me.
I don't know how. I assume it's not the same. I don't think bandages are going to help magical tethers. I could be wrong.
I hold up my arm, and it bends like this, but the elbows go in the other direction. I don't know. What fixes this?
Oh, neat. The repair activity does not specify that you need the magical crafting feat to repair magical objects.
Well, let me get the person who's better at crafting
Unfortunately,
on their feet.
The repair activity does require a repair kit, which I don't think any of you have.
No.
We're gonna get it real fucking soon.
This is a ruined workshop, so you might be able to scrounge one.
Is Crohan alive?
Yeah.
Baroom's gonna try and close their temporal eyes and see if they can see inside the gemstone. Close their physical eyes, but nothing's physical. Is there a way to sort of spread their consciousness out to see what is there any sort of extra dimensional space that their physicality inhabits, or are they just stuck in a body?
So you... Whoa. Let's not step on my cord and pull things down. So you pull your awareness away from the body that you inhabit, and you find yourself staring up at giants as you stand miniaturized inside the gemstone.
And there's not a sign anywhere or graffiti anywhere that says name of last resident was here. But and I'm being facetious in that, but there are no indications of a prior tenant. I know there was one because I saw its screaming face.
Yeah.
But
no, there are no indications.
Okay. Having discovered I can do this, I don't like it, and I try to go back.
Actually, this isn't something I'd considered. So now I'm thinking of how things would have gone. Yeah, the walls are covered in absolutely insane magical runes and mystical formulas, and very clearly many attempts to escape.
Oh no, that's worse. I also want to leave again, but for different reasons now. If I try and open my eyes, but physically, do I just appear back at 6 feet tall?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know who was here. I'm addressing this to Grom. I suppose in Crohan as well? I don't know who was here, but they're gone now. It's just me.
And then I guess we need to find you another soul.
You want me to kill
Long enough.
someone?
I mean, are you currently dead?
I'm right there. I'm so dead.
Other than physically?
Are you quite dead other than physically? I think so. I'll go to examine my body to see if I can go back inside of myself.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I don't even need to try. Good. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I do CPR and push. Nothing happens. Yeah. I'm out of bright ideas.
Archie's conscious.
Archie, I'm a robot.
I was gonna say at this point we can just hand wave the healing, but I guess fetch does become dying again if you critically fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll that now so that we can know like where we stand. Congrats.
Fetch is fine.
Do you want to just continue that for the hour to double it?
No.
Okay.
If I didn't have continual recovery, it makes more sense to do it for the hour.
Yeah. Continual recovery kind of makes the do it for an hour a little obsolete.
Mm-hmm.
In a good way.
Yeah. Because doing it for 6 times as long for twice the hit points, not great.
You also lose your wounded. I don't know if it did that automatically.
Yes. Treat wounds does remove wounded.
I'll explain the situation to Archie as best I can.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go back to doing what I was doing because everybody is fucked up.
Apparently every single status is alphabetical except dead.
It's the skull at the end.
Yeah. I see that. Okay. So, now what?
I'm gonna walk over to Construct Baroom. Be like, can you like bend down, like?
You don't call them construct Baroom. They're now just tall Baroom.
Tall Baroom.
It's like can I see the gem?
Why?
I want to check read aura. I want to see if what magic it has, if I can determine what it is.
Baroom would yeah, they'd bend down. It looks wrong. They use their knees all wrong because also these joints are not mushroom joints.
Sure.
Yeah, Archie would like to both read aura on the gem and then, if possible, identify.
Sure.
Like, try to. If that is. That's just a occultism check, right?
Yes. Let me... I can get you a button. Oh, that is secret.
Yeah. Oh, would read aura have?
Read aura would have given you a +2 to that.
Okay.
So I will take that into account. So you can tell that very little has been done to this gem to make it hold a soul. It just is perfect for that somehow. And perfectly contains a soul. As in, escape is, as far as you can tell, not possible. And no part of the soul is lost.
Okay. So yeah, so Archie, like, check it out and be like, this is fascinating. It's terrifying, but fascinating. I think all of Baroom is here. Like, huh. It is very well made, like, huh. Yeah, we're gonna have to find someone who actually knows what's going on here to get you out. We gotta find some books.
It's such a wonderful interpretation of what she said. We'll find somebody who can get you out. It's nobody.
This is
That's exactly what you want to hear of like a medical professional above you, of like looking at you, examining, go, wow, that's fascinating.
We get to name this after you.
yeah. Yeah, Archie's a bit concerned.
Oh. Baroom would like, if it's possible, without moving their body from Archie's examination, just 180 their head to look at Crohan. Do you know anything about this?
No. No.
Wait a minute.
I did not mention this, but all of your joints are ball joints.
I definitely do that.
Archie has chalk. He'd be like, "Do you want me to like put a face on there?"
I eventually would like to look like the messed up boxing robot from that terrible Hugh Jackman movie.
That movie's amazing. What the fuck are you talking about?
Just to clarify, that movie's phenomenal from like a movie standpoint.
Yeah. It's terrible and amazing. And I love it. For those who have no fucking clue what we're talking about, I'm talking about Real Steel.
Yes, Real Steel.
Hypermobile AF. Yes. Correct. Oh, God.
Does Crohan know anything? And does my scaring him do anything for that?
He definitely like and he says no, but I know some people who might.
Okay.
What? Who?
Oh no.
Name. Valahask. No.
Valask?
Valahask.
Care to elaborate on that, Crohan? How do you know this person? Who are they associated with? Can you trust them?
They're a... what's the new name for that ancestry? What's the new name for the ancestry? Eruxi. Erux? Is that the plural? Yes. That was Eruxes is the plural. I was wondering if it was Eruxis. And Eruxi, Bone Speaker, who's a friend of Clan Tolor.
Then we better get back. We found the dagger. We found the pommel stone.
Mm-hmm.
We should like cover that up.
With what? My dead body?
Archie looks at the body, looks at the armor, and then starts looking at the construct.
Oh no!
Like,
You want me to loot my own corpse?
I mean,
Oh no!
you do have +5 strength now.
I don't have shameless request anymore.
You sure the fuck don't.
Ah. Yeah, I guess I just pick up my body with all of my stuff on it and start walking.
You are small, yes. Bulk of creatures, PF2E. Small creature typically has 3 bulk, plus your 5.5. So I'm going to add, I guess, equipment. Baroom, bulk 8. I'll put Baroom's corpse.
No fucking sad.
Gotta find a better icon for it though. Yeah, that works.
There's almost enough space in the sack.
Here, so everyone can see the.
Don't.
I am going to give you ownership back, just so you can access the inventory.
But it's just a corpse.
It's just a corpse. But I gave you access to the actor, so that you have access to its inventory.
Yeah. Well, my backpack is Baroom now, so.
I'm just gonna make it bulk 9 though. Round up. But it's fine because you have +5 strength, so you can carry all that. Anyone wanna search the room?
I have more. Is this person? Are they in High Helm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they don't live in High Helm, but with the festival coming up, hopefully they'd be there. I don't know where that place is. The northwest corner of Garand. I don't know which continent is Garand. Oh, they're from a different continent.
Garand is the African one, right?
Yeah.
The African and the continent that is analogous to Africa. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. And Rahadum is a country at the northwest corner of that continent.
Is that the one for that AP we were talking about? The magic school one?
Yeah, so that Strength of Thousands takes place in the Mwangi jungle, which is like the central region of Garand.
Garand. Okay.
Yeah. Trying to remember where the Five Kings Mountains are. Measure distance. What? What the fuck? What? What is going on? What have I done? Just gonna try again. Measure distance. here. You're not telling me what the... Oh, okay, there it is. 1,500 miles from High Helm. But, like, you know, family festival. Hopefully they're there.
Basilisk. Maybe they're a big fan of the sport, you know.
I mean, they're friends of Clan Tolar.
I would have spent this whole time like bandaging people.
Yep.
Would Krohan have allowed me to bandage him?
Yes.
Okay.
We buried that hatchet.
Yeah, about 6 inches deep. Just
Having said that we would need a repair kit to do repairs, I think whilst holding my corpse, I would like do a brief survey of the room for lack of a, like, mechanically speaking, bits of a repair kit.
Yep. Okay. So give me a perception check with your fancy new perception body.
Is it blind? Yeah, it's blind, Jan.
I'm thinking I should actually give you your own mental scores.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. That did not change your perception modifier because this is an NPC stat block and the perception modifier is just there.
It's hard coded.
Yeah.
Okay. I just hit the roll button, so
Yeah. It should, like, it's not letting me just edit that modifier. So in theory it should be based on your mental. Oh, there it is. It does let me modify it. There we go. Okay.
-1.
I was like, why is your perception only +3?
Is it because I'm blind?
It's because you're unconscious and blinded, each of which gives you a -4 status penalty to perception, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're expert? I'm curious. I don't know how this arrived at a +9. Very confused. Anyway, so as you're picking around the room, you are able to put together a serviceable repair toolkit.
Okay.
Additionally, barely peeking out from under the rubble are a pair of stumps of humanoid limbs that have clearly been crushed by the rubble.
Yeah, I put my body down on one of, like, in a corner, and I guess with all this newfound strength, start to uncover the people.
Okay. So you only find the one, and it's just it's just the 2 legs, and that's it.
Man, from the other room.
Near that corpse, though, you do find the goggles that they must have been wearing at the time, which look really nice. And these brass goggles are engraved with flame patterns and have thick, heavy lenses.
I get to feel like myself. I take the goggles and I immediately put them on because now I have goggles again. I feel normal.
They have flame patterns that make you run faster.
Right.
Probably. That's the only thing fire is good for.
So I have added them to your sheet. And you...
They're Mystified to be called sweet goggles. Sweet.
I am going to put the... Is it not going to let me... Oh, it does, okay. I'm just going to edit the mystified version of the description to have the actual physical description of the item. You also find another one of those clockwork spy, like, sphere thingamajiggies, but it doesn't attack you.
Oh, okay. It's just depressing. That's what this is. This is just depressing. And
Huh.
just tall room is like, yeah, I guess. Hey, Grom, here, put this in your bag. But the goggles do stay on. Those are now a little bit of normalcy.
You said you're giving the clockwork spy to Grom?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd give the spider Grom and
And who had the memory gem from the one that didn't blow up?
I think the whole non-blown up one is in Baroom's backpack.
Okay. Okay. Yes, it is.
So to answer you, me
Yeah.
via my new backpack Baroom.
Yep. Do you just grab some rope and like tie yourself to your own back?
In all honesty, considering we're gonna have to climb out of here, that's what I'm gonna do.
Hey, now you're not a liability climbing out.
Oh.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it.
In fairness, it's the only way I would have been able to get out without gaining a fly speed.
Your athletics modifier just went up by 12.
I'm aware. Tall Baroom is a jock.
Oh, fuck. So yeah, what's crazy is the repair activity does not even require proficiency or training. Yeah, in crafting, like, anyone can do it. It's just if you suck, you're gonna fail.
I think if we find like a repair kit, Archie would offer to repair a room.
Oh my god, you renamed yourself Talbarum, you motherfucker. Alright, I'll update the fucking...
Yeah, so Baroom would have given you, like, as they find, like, you know, a hammer or, like, a little, like, a screwdriver and a sprocket and whatever.
Yeah.
No, no torque wrench and definitely no 10mm bits.
No, absolutely no 10mm
No.
bits. They're somewhere in the rubble, and you're not interested.
No, they're at the bottom of the pit.
They rolled all the way down the hill.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a thing to roll for? Or is it just a crafting?
It is a crafting check. Let me... Adjusting a DC. Okay. Okay. I have figured out the DC for this repair.
Okay, and this is public.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If I die again, thank God.
That is a
Okay.
success. It's not a critical success, but it's a success. Are
Okay, so
you expert in crafting? You are.
yes.
So that is 15 hit points.
Okay. I can't. Do I? Do you want me to just keep going, or?
At this point, I think we can random walk our way to full hit
Okay.
points.
Yeah, it was just when I was 7 hit points, you could have killed me.
Yeah. So that that restores 2 of the tethers.
To being full hit points?
Oh, at full hit points, you get all your tethers back.
Okay, so
Yeah, and Archie would just keep going. He is very reluctant about this, where he's like, "Yeah, I can." He starts picking up the tools, and it's like, "Okay, just hold." And immediately as he starts working, it goes from the, "Oh, this is dumb," to, "Okay, look, you gotta do this. That here, move here a little bit." Okay, it just starts like goes right into it. It gets done, drops the tool in the box, closes it, and goes, "Okay."
oh no! Do you grow a singular gray hair as you just get that bored?
Oh god.
Oh no!
I find it hard to believe, not impossible, mind you, but hard to believe that Archie has repaired a construct that housed the soul of a friend before.
Truthfully, the fact it has the soul of a friend is the only reason Archie did it.
I also don't find that hard to believe. There's a ton of these dolls all over the place. Maybe not the soul of a close friend, but like a coworker.
An acquaintance at very least.
Whoa, friend. No. We just work together.
We've got a working relationship, and
Yeah, if there's a repair kit, dump that in, keep that. Apparently that's how I get fixed now. Take my body, prepare to, Oh, I suppose we did say cover me, like cover the glow. Can I wear
Specifically just the gem.
armor?
So it is invested armor, so I would assume that when you do your daily preparations, you can invest it, and that would allow it to resize.
Got it. Okay. Then I'm glowing.
Okay.
it's fine for now. And we've got a few days walk back to High Helm.
Totally
Step
freak
one
out all
is-
the Zolgath.
Maybe they'll think I'm a god.
Yeah, they might not let us leave though.
Just carry this for now, and I'll fish the bronze orb out of my backpack. Just keep it like right in front of your chest.
Well, that's not heavy for me to do. I take it and like pointedly pick it up in the air, getting a mild kick out of being this tall.
You are nearly encumbered carrying your own corpse, though.
I am aware.
Okay.
It's okay, they can go back in the bag before we try any sort of climbing. Just, to get out of this. And I assume everyone's in agreement once we've all, rested and healed up, and we can leave.
Yeah, we have it all.
So I do just want to point out that the only thing stopping you from listening to the recording on the broken Clockwork Spy is that it was broken, but you can take the recording gem out of that and put it in a different one now that you have one that isn't broken. These are things that your characters knew, and I'm just putting them together.
A memory.
Does
in
Grom?
there.
Did Grom get a whole bunch of them from the shelf also?
They're empty, but yeah.
They're blasted to bits, I thought.
So the item has the name blank recording gem, but you would have to put it in and press play to find out that there's nothing on it. But yeah, they're all blank.
You can't tell if a cassette tape's empty or not.
Exactly.
So yeah,
I mean, if you
That's-
wanted to play with that before you gave it to me, while I'm still like bandaging people, because I don't know that Grom particularly cares about what's on the recording.
yeah, okay, absolutely. Whilst the many repairs are happening, and Archie is muttering and screwing and unscrewing and things.
Okay.
Yeah, while Talbert was just like laying on the table getting an assessment done. Just...
Right. Fiddling with little sphere toys. Okay. So you slap the recording gem into the wound down Clockwork Spy rather than the broken one. Wind it up, and I can't remember exactly how. Me notes. The sturdy mainspring within a clockwork must be wound to provide the energy needed to power the device. Da da da. Ba, 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 ba. Is it just a... Oh, record audio. Here we go. The spy can start or stop playback of recorded sound by spending a single action. Okay. I am going to just hand wave this because you have assurance, but apparently you need to make a thievery check to remove the gem without wiping it. But your assurance is enough to beat that DC.
Okay.
So yeah, once you wind it up and it animates, you just command it to play, since you as the winder are its master.
Okay.
And it plays an audio recording. Let me... Did I give that to you? I didn't. Okay. So I'm going to make you the owner of some handouts that I gave out earlier.
Okay.
I just realized I'm going to undo that. Take it out of the folder. There we go. All players owner. All players owner. Configure ownership. I don't know why my Foundry just like freezes for a second every once in a while. Okay. All players owner. And then I'll hit show players. Someone wanna read it? Oh god, it's so tiny. It's so small. Can make bigger?
Yeah.
Alright.
Read it. Yeah.
That's not working. Oh, because it's already... Okay. Good.
Okay. You were sizing things.
Yeah, I was trying. I can't get it to look good.
I'll go this close. It's actually here, Jurelga. You impossible creature, you did it! I don't know who you took it from, and I don't want to know, but this gem, this pommel stone, it's flawless. No fissures, no dull core, and the structure. It's not just dense, it's responsive. I ran a base alchemical resonance check and flux curves back inward. And the flux curves back inward. It's echoing its own containment. That shouldn't happen, but it does, and it's perfect. I'm assuming this is mad science-y voice.
Yes. You're doing great.
Okay. Great. Who? What a bull. I should not have said I'd read this. There's so many. I've seeded it into the MKIV lattice.
So that's Mark 4.
Okay, Mark 4. Great. I shouldn't have said this. Core stabilizers held on the first attempt. The gem accepted anchor runes like it was born to carry identity. This might be the first time I've had to throttle down the mnemonic intake filter. Jeez. Even unbound, the crystal wants to keep things. It's already holding static impressions from the lab lights, sound, my movement. I've scrubbed it twice and it keeps reabsorbing. I think it's hungry. The new frame's running clean, arc load below tolerance, soul weave stable. I rerouted the harmonic bleed from the synaptic crown into the dorsal vents. Too much risk of oversaturation. If I don't vent the excess empathy, I still remember the Mark III incident. Not again. The only thing missing now is a subject. Not a donor, a subject. This isn't extraction, it's preservation. Whoever it ends up being, they'll live on in it, not through it. There's a difference. I'll let the gem rest overnight, see if it stabilizes without stimulants. If it doesn't, might have to bring in a minor spirit just to pacify the binding fields. I'd prefer something warm-blooded, but I'm not that desperate. Yet. Soon it's almost ready.
Well done.
Oh, the babble hurts.
Thanks. So I would like to give you credit for reading the Technobabble, and I would like credit for providing the Technobabble because the actual text in the book is Thenur is jubilant about a priceless pommel gem she received from her sister Drelga. Thenur has installed it in an improved construct to preserve even more of a creature's personality, but she doesn't have a donor yet.
Boo.
Yeah, that was way better.
Thanks.
This is way better.
Archie's definitely nodding along, like, yep, perfect sense. He's probably had these same rants.
Yeah.
Oh, these are absolutely just like Baroom listens to this and goes, fucking gnomes.
I know some of those words.
Basically. I know some of these words.
I had to check to see how much I knew.
I mean, you rolled a 3. Let's be real.
But I'm not bad at crafting.
Yes,
This is
but
just
that's
it's just like
actually
arcane.
that's actually a critically failure to craft this thing.
I know some of those words.
You think you know some of those words?
I don't know what they mean in that context, but the words themselves, I am familiar with.
Know a little bit more.
I'm sorry, you have no crafting modifier?
I just clicked through to add all the skills. I have to go back through to edit each one individually.
Oh god, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have +7, so that's actually a success.
Oh shit! Did any of that make sense?
Apparently, yeah.
Just to clarify, like in a I shouldn't have rolled crafting. I apologize. I really, did it make sense in the like, oh yeah, this person's fucking crazy, but like not crazy stupid, crazy smart.
Crazy like a fox.
You know the thing where someone's techno babbling but playing with forces outside of their ken?
Sure.
This didn't sound quite like that.
No. Wow. I just wanted to look up how long it would take to make this thing. From a formula, it would take 285 days if you are the appropriate level
And have the appropriate tools.
and have trained in crafting. Being expert makes it faster. Critically succeeding the check would make it faster. But just based on the crafting table and what this thing, what this thing's value would be. Yeah, 285 days to make it from a formula, and
Not to invent the formula.
I think it would take that long to invent the formula.
So guys, what I'm hearing is we should sell me. That's where we get all the money. And then I'll just leave.
You're gonna pull out the Asena.
Yes.
That's a Gilded Troll deep cut.
I've heard this story before. At least once.
Sure. I don't doubt that you have, and I'm sure that there are people watching who haven't. I don't actually know who's watching, but... Oh, Vi's watching. So yeah, there are people who haven't heard this story.
Make money through crimes. It's the best way.
Yeah. Be gay, do crime.
It's always successful.
Yep.
At that, yeah.
So we're leaving, right? We're leaving. We're getting the fuck out of here.
We're getting the fuck out. I'm getting the
Yeah.
fuck out. Me and my dead son will be leaving now.
Yeah.
My boy.
Yeah, so that is where we're gonna end the session. Those of you who still have a living body, you can level up to 4. Aren, I'm gonna say maybe preemptively level Baroom to 4. Just in case you get your body back. We're gonna have to figure out how that works.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for being here. Thanks for dealing with our shenanigans. I'm very confused about the fact that an ad starts in 29 minutes. Wait, it says we've been live for 3 hours 37 minutes. Did we really go live?
Yeah, that's about right.
Quarter after?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Aaron was late.
Yeah,
remember?
I could have sworn we went live at 4 and then actually started a quarter after. I couldn't.
No, you went. It's a quarter after. I'm gonna go starting soon, and
then Aren showed up immediately. Right.
yeah.
Oh, I only knew I walked in on starting soon.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So thanks for being here. If you're watching us on Twitch, check us out on YouTube. You can find all our content over there, or at least most of it. There are some episodes that we find deeply shameful and have deleted them from the internet. I can think of 2. Nope. I can think of 2 sessions and an entire campaign.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Actually, is Witchlight on YouTube?
No.
I can think of 2 sessions and 2 entire campaigns. Oof.
We played a lot of TTRPGs.
We played a lot. Yeah. If you're watching us on YouTube, check us out on Twitch. We're live on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, midnight. I don't remember if it's midnight UTC or midnight British Standard Time, or if it's actually neither and it's 11 o'clock. I don't remember. I think it's midnight British Standard Time, but it's 11 p.m. UTC because daylight savings is dumb. What time is it UTC? Yeah, it's 11 p.m. UTC.
Daylight savings. Fucking stupid.
Daylight savings is fucking stupid. Thanks for being here. Join our Discord. Do that thing. Discord.thegildedtroll.tv. I'm just gonna double check that works still. Like, oh no, it didn't work. Okay, apparently you need http ://discord.degildedtroll.tv. Otherwise, it tries to use HTTPS, and I don't have an HTTPS redirect, and I'll have to figure out how the fuck to do that. Great. Jordan, add it to the list.
It worked for me just now.
Great. Amazing. I
don't know. I may have auto added HTTP like by assumption.
I don't know. But we're done here. Baroom died and didn't die. Undied is still dead, but fucking word am I looking for? Ambulatory. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we'll figure out what the fuck that means next time on Pathfinder. Thanks for being here. I'm awkward. You're awkward. We're good. Bye.